Welcome in everyone to Francis Howell High School, where it is going to be the Francis Howell Vikings hosting the Seckman Jaguars. Seckman coming in at 3-1. So are the Francis Howell Vikings. The last time out, the Seckman Jaguars beat Holt 9-3 to get into this game, and what a game it was for our Vikings. We didn't have it here on the Activities Network, but man, we were regretting that one after we saw the score of that one. The Vikings come back and scored a monstrous 6 runs in the bottom of the 7th to walk off Matt James with that walk-off 2 RBIs to win that one. And Michael, this team has so far had a kind of an up and down run. You know, they lost that game on Saturday morning against Summit, but they haven't looked back since with winning 2 in a row.
Definitely, that loss early on in the season, it's good to kind of get out of the way because, this team has a bright future ahead of them and has a very strong season to look forward to. So, we even mentioned it in basketball. Sometimes that loss is really more important to the team's season than a win is sometimes because you can build off that and you don't want to be having that same taste left in your mouth. And like you said, they had no turning back since then for sure.
So we're about to have National Anthem here at Howell. We'll be right back with your starting lineups and first pitch right here on the Howell Activity.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Back here at Francis Howell High School, it is the Seckman Jaguars about to take the field against the Francis Howell Vikings. The only way you can really tell the two of these teams are the hats and the pants. The Vikings wearing the blue jerseys, yellow lettering, and yellow numbers with the gray pants, and Seckman wearing the blue jerseys with the yellow. That's about the only way you can really tell the difference between these two teams today. But
Definitely, it'll look like someone's on a bag at no matter what at all times of the game because you got pretty much the same exact jersey and like you said, a little difference of a hat, but I think we're going to have a good game on our hands here today.
yeah, your lineup for Howell today looking like this. Sam Maddox, he's playing center. Carson Subert, he's going to be on the bunt. He is also hitting for himself. What a performance we saw from him on opening night here against Wright City. We'll have Jake McCutcheon. Jake McCutcheon, he's hitting. He's the leading hitter right now in the GAC South. He's hitting 9 RBIs and 2 doubles on the year. Matt James, he's playing first base. Will Doherty back at third. Jackson Hetzel, he's in right field. Mario Colombo behind the plate. Then we have Caleb Miller at second base. And, of course, Titus Sissel finishing off in the left field. So kind of a different position change there between Sissel and Hetzel. Not much difference, though, throughout the lineup. And don't break it if it's already working, right?
Yeah, don't fix what's not broken. So, I will give credit to start out here the game here. Titus Sissel is coming in as a freshman, batting .500, really carrying his weight on this team and making a name for himself early here. So excited to see what he does, and they got a strong bottom part of the lineup there. So that's never a bad problem to have if you're the Francis Howell Vikings.
And then pitching today on the other side, though, for Seckman, it's going to be Trevor Quick. He also usually bats for himself and throughout the field. He's an infielder as well, but today he'll have a pitch hitter, but Trevor Quick on the year getting that start now here against Howell. Up the bat, of course, is going to be leading off number 3, Sam Maddox, the senior for the Vikings. So far on the year, Maddox scoring 9 runs, leading the area with 9 runs scored, and just can't beat that when you have a leadoff automatic run pretty much 9% of the time.
Yeah, 9 runs in 4 games. It's definitely off to a hot start, and like you said, to lead off with a guy like that, you got something good for you.
So Sam Maddox takes the ball to lead off the game here. Maddox had a couple big runs scored in that Summit loss on Saturday morning, but then came back with a couple big runs scored Saturday night and Monday night. He takes a strike there on the second pitch on that outside corner for Maddox. The 1-1, he's going to swing hard through that one. Looked to be a breaking ball, and he liked it with bright eyes, just didn't connect.
I was about to say, this guy's coming out with some nasty stuff here early in the first at bat. I don't want to showcase your skills too early because they might figure it out, but he's coming out hot today.
So the 1-2 now to Maddox. Nobody out, just getting started. Trevor Quick with the 1-2. And that's going to be strike 3 coming in on Maddox. Started out inside, but the came and crossed over the plate for the first out of the inning. Now it's going to be Carson Subert. Subert, he's hitting .429 on the year with 6 hits and a couple runs scored as well. Subert obviously also pitching today. First pitch, he'll take it, showed bunt, pulled it back for a ball. Beautiful day here at Francis Howell High School. We were a little chilly on Friday night, but had some good weather this weekend. That's going to be hit back up the middle. Second baseman trying to make a play. He'll throw it to first. That'll be the second out of the inning. Subert grounds out there.
Yeah, I will not have a problem at all if that first game of the season was their coldest game because, we're sitting here mid-March and you can't beat this weather. Well, I tell you what, hopefully these bats line up with the weather because it's very nice out today.
So that's going to bring up Jake McCutcheon. Like I mentioned in the pregame, Jake McCutcheon, 9 RBIs on the year, leading the GAC South. McCutcheon definitely someone that gives the big hits for the Vikings. Has 2 doubles on the year as well. Takes the 1-1 pitch back up to the second baseman, just as Subert did. 4-3 goes McCutcheon, and the Vikings go 1-2-3. So we'll see Carson Subert take the mound here. We'll take a quick timeout, though. You're listening to Francis Howell Basketball here on the Howell Activities Network.
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri. Fans, when you attend a high school game, do you stand at attention during the national anthem? Do you cheer a good play by the opposing team? If your team loses, do you take it well in stride? If you have answered yes to any of those questions, you are showing positive examples of sportsmanship. Don't forget that when you attend high school events, young eyes are watching you for examples of acceptable behavior. By making a conscientious effort, you'll be helping our students grow into better citizens. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Bottom of the first we go. It's going to be number 4, Kuhn, leading off. He's playing left field today for Seckman. Carson Subert gets the let's play sign from a home plate umpire, and he's going to get a sign from Mario Colombo. And here's his first pitch. It's going to be off the hands of Kuhn, and it's going to be a no one count start here. Mentioned Subert's pretty much matchful performance. He allowed only the one hit against Wright City. Obviously, Wright City is nowhere near as talented as Seckman, but probably could see a lot of that today.
Yeah, like you said, you know, he came out on the mound and was pretty real confident with his, location of his pitches and was finding every strike zone for sure.
The 1-1, that's going to be right past the batter for strike two. 1-2 count now. Subert pitched 4 scoreless innings, only allowing the 1 lone hit against Wright City. The 1-2 is going to be taken for ball.
Yeah, Wright City was looking for that one hit for a while there. I believe they got it in the bottom of the third, and like I said, Subert was real consistent with his location that day.
So the 2-2. It's going to catch the outside corner for strike 3 and brings the first out of the inning for Carson and the Vikings.
Just like that, he likes finding that bottom outside corner there, and he can paint it once he gets that location down.
So it's going to be Fegan now playing second base. He got a couple plays there in the visitor half of the inning. That's going to be hit towards Jake McCutcheon at short. McCutcheon couldn't make the play. It's going to be in the left center for a base hit. And Seckman gets their first base runner of the day against Subert. So now it's going to be Hergert. He's catching today for Seckman. Fegan gets his lead. Subert checks on him. Now it's going to be a breaking ball. Didn't catch any of the zone, so it's going to be ball 1. So the 1-0 coming now. Going to be too high for a ball, so that'll be ball 2 now on the Seckman catcher.
Yeah, a little high and a little inside there. Gonna struggle finding the strike zone here.
This is the second place winners bracket game against Seckman of the Troy tournament. Seckman considered a home team here today. So the 2-0 now. That's going to be too high as well for a strike, so it's going to be 3-0 count now. Subert in trouble after allowing a backwards K, giving up back-to-back base runners. 3-0. That'll be in there for a strike, so Subert trying to battle back here. That'll be too high for a strike, so that'll be ball 4. And back-to-back base runners now on for Seckman, so Seckman on their way to maybe getting some first inning runs here.
Looks like they're going to be bringing in a courtesy runner here.
Courtesy runner will be Gavin Johnson, the junior. That's going to be in there for a strike this time. Now up to bat is going to be Myers. He's playing right field, the cleanup hitter for Seckman. That's going to be a foul ball tip caught by Colombo. 4 strike. That's probably, as a catcher, one of the most terrifying things when you hear that ball hit the bat and it just catches it.
Yeah, usually whenever you get a foul ball, you want it up in the air, but whenever that thing drops off that bat, that's a scary sign for sure.
So the 0-2 now. Subert strikes out Myers for the second out of the inning. Carson now on his way to getting out of this one after back-to-back base running. He has now 2 Ks in the inning. So now it's going to be Lawson, the first baseman, batting, trying to keep Seckman in motion. He's going to hit that one foul behind home plate for the first strike of the at-bat. Subert tries to pick off this runner on second. Maddox backing up the play as it looked like it got away that time from McCutcheon.
It looked like he almost had him there at second as well. He had a good read on the runner and just couldn't come up with that pickoff there.
So runners on first and second, 2 outs. 0-1 count now to Lawson, first baseman. Subert deals. 0-2 count now. That one's paints the corner on the outside, and Subert 1 strike away from getting out of this one. The 0-2. That's going to be hit in the right center. Here comes in is Jackson Hetzel. He'll make the catch, and that will end the inning. So Seckman gets a couple aboard, can't do anything with it, and the Vikings will be back to in the top of the second. You're listening to Viking Baseball here on the Howell Activities Network.
Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
So now up to bat is going to be Matt James playing first. He fouls that one off, and early behind the count now. Strike on the board.
Yeah, like you were mentioning, that's a scary move as a catcher. You never know where those are going to be deflecting at.
So 0-1 the count to Matt James. The Lindenwood commit. He's going to hit that one towards short. He's going to try to beat it out, and it's going to get through after a error on the shortstop there, and James will reach base here quickly on the E6.
Yeah, that ball was it just ate him up. Took the right bounce as soon as it got there, and Matt James ran that all the way through right off the bat, and so it's a great hit by. That's the one thing about Matt James is he can hit that ball hard, so it always has an opportunity of eating some defensive players up.
So now it's going to be Will Doherty. First pitch is going to be called in there on a strike. Doherty right now hitting .467 with about 7 hits on the year, 6 singles and a double. Had a pretty decent weekend with 5 RBIs. Doherty hits that one foul, so he's behind 0-2 quickly.
Definitely a bet these Vikings are looking to get going. And like you said, he had a great weekend there, so starting to get that back going. And once you get that thing going, you're really going to see some good things from this offense.
So the 0-2 now coming to Doherty. And that's going to go foul as well. So Will just staying alive here.
Tell you what, thank God that fence is here because that thing was screaming right above my head.
So Quick going to go back to first baseman. First baseman wasn't even, I don't think, ready for it. He wasn't even covering the bag, but Quick just making sure that James knew he had an eye on him still. Doherty's going to hit that one in the center field. Center field can make a play on it. He will. He'll catch that one for the first out of the inning. James will have to go back to first.
Yeah, well-struck ball there. Just hit it right to where he was. Like I said, Doherty, every time he makes contact with that ball, though, it's hard and well-struck. Just right to the player on that one.
Now it's going to be Jackson Hetzel, the right fielder. Made that inning-ending play at the bottom of the first. Hetzel hitting .583 with 6 RBIs on the air. There goes James. James steals, throw to second. It's going to get him. Yep, they're going to get Matt James stealing. And that'll be the second out of the inning.
How about that pop-up time from that catcher, man? I was watching him during warm-ups, and he was getting that ball down there real quick, and as you saw right there.
And Hetzel, he's now going to ground to short, it looks like. Short can't make the play again. So Hetzel will reach on base now.
And Matt James with some sneaky speed as well, you know. You got to really get a good jump on that ball, as you saw with that catcher.
So now it's going to be Mario Colombo, the catcher. Colombo hitting .250 with 2 RBIs on the air, trying to get that bat going some more. So that's going to be way outside to Colombo, so it'll be a 1-0 count. That's going to be outside as well for a ball. Quick trying to get out of some trouble here. Now maybe in the second. Hetzel on first, 2 outs, 2-0 count. That's going to be in there for a strike against Colombo.
Quick, like you said, he's been having some really good control with his pitches here as he's painting that inside corner.
Now it's going to be in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, but Hetzel wasn't looking at it, and it'll be 3-1 count coming. Hetzel still on first.
Perkins voicing his irritation a little bit at Hessel there, as didn't quite have his head up on that one.
Now it's going to be ball 4. Hetzel will advance to second, and Colombo reaches on the walk. I'll bring up Caleb Miller, the sophomore, playing second base today. Pitch runner is going to be Alex Pipes for Colombo. Colombo, the catcher, gets that courtesy runner. So Caleb Miller playing almost every game for the Vikings. He's at second today, batting .400. So that first pitch deal to Miller. That's hit in the right center. That's going to get down for at least a double for Miller. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score as here comes Pipes. He's looking to score all the way from first. He will. And Caleb Miller now with an RBI double will get the Vikings on the board here, 2-0.
Yeah, anytime you got your 8 and 9 batters batting over 400, that's always always a good sign that you have a strong offense, as Miller hit a great ball into the gap there, scoring 2.
So Caleb Miller, one of the younger guys on the team, getting it done over the varsity guys. And here's now Titus Sissel. He'll take that first one for a ball.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, even your 8 and 9 guys, whenever you have a sophomore and a freshman rounding up the lineup, that's a good sign of the future, a good sign of a good program.
So that's RBIs 2 and 3 now for Miller on the year. Sissel, he's going to lay down the bunt. He has some speed. Can the third baseman make the play? It'll be late. And now the play going to home. It's going to be Caleb Miller able to get in there cleanly. The catcher didn't apply the tag. He'll be in there clean. So Titus Sissel lays down the bunt. Caleb Miller scores all the way from second base on the play. So good job that time. And good heads-up base running from Caleb Miller.
Yeah, Perkins definitely showing his approval of that play. What a perfectly executed bunt there from the young freshman, getting it right down that line. And Miller was looking home as soon as he saw contact on that. He was rounding third, and he knew he was heading home. Fortunately enough, the catcher made a bobble there. Couldn't get the tag on there. Great play from the Vikings.
Now it's going to be Maddox. He hits that one over Seckman dugout foul. So Maddox trying to get back into the positive column as he struck out looking last time up. Already 3-0 though for the Vikings. That's going to be hit now in the left field towards the left fielder. He can't make the play. Rounding second is Sissel. Sissel, he gets the go-ahead sign from Perkins. Maddox, he's going all the way to third. There's going to be a play at third. He's going to be in there. He's going to be called out on the play. It looked like he might have gotten in there quickly, but they are going to call him out. We'll see if they count Sissel or not. Yeah, they will count Sissel. So it's going to be 4-0 going to the bottom of the second. You're listening to Viking Baseball here on the Howell Activity.
Role models are more important than ever in today's society. You can serve as a role model for others the next time you display good sportsmanship at a high school athletic event. Good sports are winners and are also vital to preserving our fine sports traditions. So the next time you attend a sporting event, remember to be a good sport and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Back here at the H, alongside me, Michael Harvey, I'm Will Crawford. It's going to be Dylan Carlton up here first for Seckman. A good top half of the second for the Vikings, trying to continue it here in the bottom half.
Definitely the Vikings making some noise with those bats right there. Getting 4 runs. Great start in the second.
So Schubert deals quick strike against Carlton there. The 0-1 to Carlton now. Going to be way past Carlton's. He swung way late on that one, and seems like these hitters cannot just time up Schubert right now.
Yeah, once Schubert gets his location persistent, this offense will have some trouble.
And that's going to be strike 3, quick 3 pitches and 1 quick out for the Vikings. Carlton obviously playing DH today for Quick. Now it's going to be Anderson, the third baseman. For Seckman. Grant Anderson batting .286 on the year. Had a bad start for the Seckman third baseman as he takes that one in there for strike. Strike 2, so Not to jinx Carson here in any way, but he's thrown 5 pitches, and he's blowing all 5 right past these Seckman hitters. So the 0-2 now coming to the Seckman hitter. He's going to swing, and he's going to miss for the second out of the inning.
We were talking about control. He's found it this inning so far. You know, through 2 batters, 6 pitches, 6 strikes. That's not a bad issue there.
So Subert going to deal here. Now it's going to be taken for a strike as well. It's now Scott, the shortstop, has a couple errors on under his belt here today, but Scott batting .333, and that's going to be the first ball of the entire inning, as it's now 1-1 against Scott. So the 1-1, that's going to be hit in the air, but it's going to go foul behind home plate. So 1-2 count now going against Scott. And that's now going to be hit in the play. It's going to be towards Subert. Subert going to make the play. He will. So the Vikings get him down against the Jaguars. Jaguars go 1-2-3. And now play will go unassisted into Carson Subert. And it'll be 1-2-3 for the Seckman Jaguars. Vikings back up to bat right after this here on the Howell Activities Network.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Back here at top of 3, moving here quickly at the H. It's going to be Carson Subert leading off here for the Vikings. Trevor Quick still in there. Allowed 4 runs last inning. He throws a strike there to lead off against Subert. Carson Subert dealing right now as well, only allowing the 1 hit so far. Trying to help himself here. That'll be taken for a strike as well. So Quick, moving quick here. He's allowed 2 quick strikes against Carson. There's the 0-2. That's going to be in the dirt for a ball.
There's always a different appreciation for a pitcher that works quick, you know. Once they get going, you can't stop them. And it's a dangerous train to be messing with.
That's going to be hit out of play for a foul ball, so Subert, he'll stay alive.
As you mentioned, a lot of foul balls early here, and ump asking for some baseballs himself. Been seeing a lot of go out of play right now.
The 1-2. That's going to be hit in the left center. That's looking to get down center fielder. Able to get over, though, to make the play. So Subert, he'll fly out to start the top of the 3rd.
Yeah, center fielder getting a lot of action out there today. He's had a few putouts himself, and like I said, they're all well hit, well driven balls, and he's just right at the right spot there.
So here comes in Jake McCutcheon. His last time up, he grounded out to second. So Jake takes the first pitch for a strike. So Trevor Quick doing a good job this inning like he has the last two. He got 2 quick outs in the last 2 innings, but last inning he ended up allowing 4 runs off of 3 hits. Jake's going to hit that one now in the center field. That will be down for a base hit. So there is once again one of the better hitters in the GAC and in this Viking lineup getting back on base. He's already been on base coming into this one 58% of the time.
Yeah, I mean, you have McCutcheon, who's bat's red hot right now, followed by Matt James, another red hot bat. You know, you mentioned the win over the weekend, him having a walk off and 2 RBIs that game. That's 2 back-to-back punches for sure.
So it's going to be McCutcheon on first, James up to bat now. James is going to hit that one now to short. Short makes a beautiful play, and he'll only get the play at second, but Short had kind of a rough second inning there, and wonderful, beautiful job there that time, though, on that play, flipping the ball out of his glove to the second baseman.
Again, you know, Matt James seems like he rips the cover off the ball every contact he has, and that shortstop really redeemed himself after a couple bad plays in the last inning. Made an excellent play at short there.
So now it's Will Doherty. Doherty, he's going to hit that one in the center fielder. Center fielder gets under it for the 3rd out of the inning. So Vikings got a man aboard, but quick outs there as Doherty lines out to center field. We'll take you to the bottom of the 3rd right after this break here on the Howell.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls, or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know that they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons that we could teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association. Back here at Francis Howell, Carson Sewert's still out there trying to keep his work going. It's going to be Kitchen, the center fielder, who's been working out there this afternoon. Probably he got more balls in the last 2 innings than he's probably had his whole year thus far. As he's had a lot of putouts there to start. So Kitchen takes the first strike of the at-bat. That's going to be taken for a ball. So 1-1 count now. Showing bunt is Kitchen. He'll get it down. Can Subert make the play? He throws it to first. That is going to be
safe on the play. Subert made a beautiful play on the ball. Just couldn't get there quick enough as Kitchen raced for a leadoff bunt single.
Yeah, he laid it down. He laid it down well, but it looked like that throw might have beaten him there actually. But I guess the ump had better set of eyes than we did down there, as they called him safe.
So man on first here to start the inning for Seckman. Only their second runner on base thus far. Umpire calling time as he's telling two girls that were taking pictures to get off the field. So Kitchen on first, back up to the top of the order. It's going to be the left fielder for Seckman up to bat now. That's going to be taken for a strike. So the 0-1 now. Subert deals. That's going to be hit. Looked to be inside on his hands. And it'll be caught by Maddox in center field, able to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Yeah, did a real good job tracking back on that one. As that's a tough one to read, as you know, it's kind of floating out there. It's a windy day, but did a good job tracking and got to it for that second out.
So 2 outs now, or 1 out, excuse me, here in the bottom of the third. So now it's going to be Fegan, the second baseman here, with man on first. Subert deals. That's going to be hit in the air. That's going to be towards Sissel. That's going out. And that's going to be down for a base hit. Max is going to get it in. He's going to get it to McCutcheon. He's going to round third is Kitchen. But no go on that play from first. And it's going to be second and third now with only 1 away.
Kitchen might have thought that it was going over, because you would think that a ball hit like that, and you know, players trying to pick up the ball, he would have been able to make it home there.
And it's not like either throw, like the throw to McCutcheon as the cutoff, and then the throw from McCutcheon in to Colombo was any good. They were both off target, so Kitchen might have been jogging his way, and it might have seemed like that because it was like Fegan was right behind him in between first and second.
Yeah, he's standing over there with his hands on his head, so I'd assume that's a sign of realizing he made a mistake there.
So now it's going to be Myers. Subert throws the 1-out strike to the cleanup hitter for second. So an intentional walk led to the bases loaded now of Herget. So it's going to be Myers, bases loaded, 0-2 count. Strikes him out once again. The cleanup hitter has had no luck against Subert today. Now it's 2 outs with the bases loaded. Subert 1 out of the way from getting out of it.
That's a huge strikeout for his confidence there. You know, you're in a little bit of a jam right now. You had an intentional walk, get bases loaded. You got that strikeout. You only need 1 more. So it's a huge weight lifted and big confidence boost.
So only need 1 out on any bag. It's going to be number 13, Lawson, the first baseman, up to bat now for Seckman. His last time out, he flew out to Hetzel. That's going to be a ball outside.
Just missed the strike zone on that one. It looked like it came through all right, but must have missed just by a hair.
So 1-0 count now on Lawson. That's going to be high for a ball. So 2-0 count now to Lawson. So we're taking a breather now. 2-0 the count, 4-0 Vikings up right now here in the bottom of the third, but in trouble are they. So 2-0, that's going to be in there for a strike.
Seems like the umpire has a little bit of an inside strike zone, so if you can find a way to paint that corner, you're going to be in good shape.
And that's going to be taken swing and a miss for Lawson. So 2-2 is the count. Suber fighting back here, so 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs now with the bases loaded. Suber gets a sign, gives Colombo the nod, and he deals. Strikes him out to end the inning. Suber gets out of the bases loaded jam, and Seckman doesn't get any runs aboard there. We'll take it to the top of the fourth right here on the Howell Activities Network.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Hetzel leading off the top of the fourth here. First pitch is going to be hit in the play, but it's going to go straight up in the air. And the first baseman coming all the way over from first to make the play at second base for the first out of the inning. So some good hustle play that time from the Seckman first baseman.
Good hustle play, but it looks like the middle infielders are either irritated or confused as to how he got over there. They were planted under that ball looking for it, and looks like he wanted to get the put out there.
So Colombo shows bunt, brings it back for a ball. And foul ball that time hits the fence and knocks off our iPad, so we'll have to figure.
That's in there for a strike. 0-2 count on Colombo here. As we have our IT man, Will Crawford, and play-by-play man setting the camera back up. That'll be in the dirt there for a 1-2 count. One out here on Colombo.
That's going to be scorched up the middle for a base hit. What a hard hit that time from Colombo.
Found the right gap right through the middle there. Pitcher definitely didn't want to be in front of that one as it.
Now we're back here at the H after a couple technical difficulties, and that'll be Alex Pipes getting picked off at first. So after a scorching single that time from Mario Colombo, Pipes will be picked off at first for the second out of the inning.
He definitely had himself a wide lead and didn't get a good read on that pickoff, but the pitcher made an excellent move to put him out there.
So now it's going to be Caleb Miller, the second baseman, with a big RBI double his last time up. He'll take that one for a ball, so now make the count 2-1. So we got that one out of the way for the first time this season, the iPad being hit off the fence.
We were waiting for it.
Now be taken outside for a ball, so Quick got a couple outs quickly there and might allow another one on base here as he's in trouble with a 3-1 count against Miller. So the 3-1 pitch to Miller. That's going to be hit in the right field. Right fielder can make a play on it. That's Myers, and he will. So the Vikings will end the inning with a 0, and we'll go to the bottom half now of the fourth. Vikings up 4-0 here on the Howell.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
Back here at the H. Bond before it goes. Subert's still in there. Went 4 scoreless his first time around this year, trying to do the same thing here against Seckman.
Yeah, fortunately enough, we haven't had too many difficulties with the camera, but that's the first one out of the way, so let's knock on wood. Hopefully it's the last one for a little bit.
So Subert's deal here. That's going to be hit off the hands. That's in the left fielder. Sissel moving back will make the play for the first out of the inning. That was Carlton with the fly out there.
And Seckman doing a great job adjusting to those inside pitches that Subert has been coming at him with. You know, we mentioned earlier he was going back to that. That's 2 now that they've had some hard contact balls out there, and fortunately enough, we had some Vikings there to field them.
So Bond before, 1 out now here for Subert as he gets a quick strike that time. It's now Anderson, third baseman for Seckman. Subert once again having 6 strikeouts on the day. He struck out 6 as well against Wright City his last time out. So it's 1-1 now, and that's going to be taken for a strike as well. So count 1 and 2 against Anderson. Grant Anderson hitting .286 coming into this one. That's going to be foul. It's off the bat and the glove of Colombo.
Coach Perkins makes his way to get that foul tip from the Seckman player there.
So, gonna call time now. It's Colombo is just going to walk out there to Subert. Colombo might just need a second, as it looked like he took that one off his face mask, and that's what he's doing, is just taking a quick sec, take a breather. But quick game we've had here so far. You know, it's only been about 50 minutes since first pitch, and we're already in the bottom of the fourth now. Knock on some wood. Hopefully the last 3 innings don't go 2 hours. But
Well, you know, you mentioned, you know, that the pitcher's pace of play. Subert's really quick as well, and quick, you know, we've seen them all day. They get going and they get that momentum, so it's good to see pitchers that can work off that quick pace.
so Colombo collects his thoughts. The 1-2 coming. That's going to be strike 3 on the corner, so Subert strikes out the second batter of the inning. Leading off where he left off the last inning here with that strikeout of Anderson. So now it's going to be Scott, the shortstop. He struck out his last time up as well. Or, excuse me, Scott did not strike out his last time up. It was back up the middle. This one goes, and he'll get on for a base hit against Subert. But Scott, his last time up, he had that fly ball to Subert as he now reaches on a single here in the bottom of the fourth. Brings up Kitchen, the center fielder.
You know, it's amazing how effective those bloop singles are. You know, you get those high bounces just over the pitcher and finds that gap. As you saw how effective it was to get him to first base on that play.
So 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Man on first now for Seckman. Just trying to get some kind of rally going here against Subert. They had the little rally going there to start the game in the first inning, but not really much since then.
Yeah, you know, they had themselves bases loaded as well, but Subert did an excellent job getting a great put out and getting himself out of that jam.
That's going to be taken for a strike, makes the count 1-1. Subert also a Lindenwood commit for Vikings team. And talked about it multiple times this year, but no matter where you look at on the field, if they're a senior, they're going somewhere to play baseball. And that's going to be hit towards the shortstop, McCutcheon. He's got to play at first. He can't make the play as he drops that grounder, and he's upset with himself, and that'll be an E6, and it's what starts little rallies, and that's all you need if you're Kitchen.
Definitely, you know, I mean, two, you know, seemingly not too dangerous hits there, and they got themselves base runners on first and second. So, you know, you said those little streaks get going from mistakes. So if they can capitalize off of this, they might get themselves back into this ball game.
So first and second, 2 outs now. That's going to go off the fence. For a foul ball, it's now the leadoff hitter playing left field. It's Kuhn. He's struck out and flown out to Maddox in center. So an 0-1 count now against the left fielder of Seckman. Subert looking at second. He's going to deal. That's going to be a breaking ball. Doesn't catch any part of the plate. Colombo does a good job blocking it. So draw the count to 1-1.
That's a dangerous pitch as well. You know, once the catcher blocks in, not 100% sure where it's at, could lead to some danger.
So the 1-1 coming. He'll be throwing it to Caleb Miller at second, and no play there as Subert throws it to Maddox instead in center field. So second and third now once again against Subert with only 1 out away from getting out of it though. Base hit will score 2 here for this left fielder. Subert, he's going to deal the 1-1. That's going to be hit out of play. 1-2 goes the count. So Subert to deal the 1-2. Can he get out of it again? That'll be taken for a ball. Could tell Kuhn wanted that one, but held back. And so once again, it'll be 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So we'll deal again, 2-2. That'll be high, so Kuhn draws the count full.
And this is where you have to be real strong-minded as a pitcher. You know, once you get going, if you start, you know, a couple mistakes like that, a couple mishaps, you got to get your mind back into it and get back into the game and get going.
The full count, 3-2. That's going to be hit in the right field towards Hetzel. It's falling quickly. Hetzel, though, gets under it quickly. Or no, he doesn't. It's going to fall for a base hit, so those runs will score. It looked like Hetzel had to play, but he just stopped as it hit the ground, and that'll be a RBI single for Kuhn.
You know, like he said, we saw him reach first to start this little 2-out rally. It was just a little bloop single up the middle, and seemingly not too dangerous. And we saw it right there, right in between the short or second baseman and right fielder, just dropped.
Maybe a miscommunication that time from Miller and Hetzel. Nonetheless, 2 runs are across for Seckman. So 4-2 is the score with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Suber going to throw the beautiful breaking ball in there to start off the count. It's Fegan, the second baseman, now up to the plate. Now it's going to be taken once again for strike 2 against Fegan. 2 back-to-back breaking balls from Subert, and he's once again 1 strike away from getting out of this jam. Two is our score here in the bottom of the 4th. Subert deals. That'll be taken in the dirt for ball as well, though. So 1-2 goes the count. So you gotta like that, though, if you're Subert going with back-to-back strikes there, you know. Getting ahead quickly in this count is ball just dropped there in right field, and you allowed 2 runs, but he's still dealing. 1-2, that's going to be hit to McCutcheon. Can he make the play? He gets this time. He throws it to first. He's got him out at first. And now end the 4th. 2 runs do come across for Seckman, but it's still a 4-2 lead for Subert. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Viking Baseball here on the Howell.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
So top the 5 we go. It's still Trevor Quick there on the mound for Seckman. The lead off the inning is going to be Ty Sissel, his first time up. He got the bunt single that brought around Miller. And what an at-bat that was from Sissel that time. And he's trying to continue that success now.
Oh, man, I mean, I'm a huge fan of small ball, and that's perfectly executed small ball right there, you know. Moving base runners over effectively. not too much to get the job done, and just heads up baseball. It was awesome to see.
That's 2 quick strikes though against him, as Quick has got himself ahead in the count, as that one was a strike on the outside corner. So the 0-2 to deal to Sissel, and now be ball inside.
Yeah, you know, he went from a breaking to a fastball. I was surprised to see that. I was expecting him to go breaking, but
Now that's going to be hit foul out of play. So Sissel staying alive here. And that'll be a ball as well on the outside. Might have went across the plate, but definitely a little low against the Viking freshman. So quick deals. That'll be strike 3 looking, though, against Sissel. And Quick gets his first out of the inning. It's going to be the center fielder, Sam Maddox. Reached the board last time with the double, though, was caught at third base, trying to make that a double into a triple.
yeah, quick showing some nasty stuff there for that first out, you know. I mentioned that breaking ball and got him on a fastball there.
So 1 out, no on here in the top 5th for the Vikings. Maddox takes a ball there, though. Maddox, one of the quickest players probably on this team. That's why he leads off for head coach Perkins. That's going to be strike 1-1 the count.
That would explain a lot of the runs that he has as well. You know, you got wheels like that around the bases. It doesn't take much to keep you advancing.
Maddox going to foul that one off.
Looks like the dugouts have their own competition amongst themselves on who can get the foul tips here.
So 1-2 is the count for Maddox. That's going to be in the dirt, blocked that time by the catcher of Seckman. Makes the count even at 2 apiece. So here's the 2-2 from Quick. That'll be outside for a ball. Full goes the count. So the full count to Maddox. It's going to come inside, almost hits him.
It did get a piece of him, actually. It looks like it might have gotten a piece of him, actually. I heard a little thud. Rub some dirt on and get going down to first.
So it'll be Maddox at first base now, bringing up Carson Subert. He's flown out to center and grounded out to second here today. Trying to help himself out here maybe. That's going to be taken for a ball. Maddox gets his lead. Doesn't go as Subert takes ball 2.
Max really likes getting down that line as well. As you see, really extends that lead on that secondary lead.
2-0 to Subert. He'll swing and foul that one off, so I'll draw the count to 2-1. Quick has done other than that second inning where 4 runs scored for the Vikings, he's done a good job with anyone on base.
Definitely.
Maddox on first, he's going to go. Subert swings and misses. Throw the second. Good one it is, and that's going to be safe. Good job by Maddox to get over there, and it's going to bring the count to 2-2 with 1 away.
We almost saw our second put up from the catcher there. As he's got a great pop-up time. I really like what I see from him for sure.
And the guy he threw out was Matt James, and it's not like Matt James is slow by any means. That's a breaking ball in there. 4, strike 3 as Subert just missed it, and that'll be the second out of the inning, bringing up Jake McCutcheon, the RBI leader in the GAC South and on the Vikings.
Yeah, Matt, you know, as you mentioned with that put-out, Matt James is an athlete, you know, and has some sneaky speed, and Catcher did a great job on the pop-up time there.
Here's McCutcheon now. He'll take a strike on the outside corner. So here's McCutcheon now. And McCutcheon's RBIs, that's going to be hopefully bring another one. That's it in the center field. Maddox is going to round third. He's going to have the thrown at the plate. It's going to be a mishandle by the catcher, and McCutcheon will go over to second. RBI single that time from Jake McCutcheon.
Yeah, fortunately enough, I mean, Vikings have been having some heads-up baseball, like I said, which is awesome to see aggressive base running as Maddox was looking at home no matter what the contact is. Fortunately enough, they've had some tough bounces at home plate to kind of get by the catcher there, as we saw one earlier in the second.
So that makes the score back to 5-2, a 3-1 lead for Vikings, bringing up Matt James. As James is reached on an error and singled. So that's the 0-1 quick count against Matt James. James is going to swing on that one. Catcher can't handle that ball, though, in the dirt, and so McCutcheon will go over the third. Oh, 2 count now against Matt James. 2 outs, 5-2 is the score here in the top of the 5th. That's going to be way outside as Quick might have overthrown that one, makes the count 1-2.
Looks like Seckman's going to get some arms going in that bullpen, as you can imagine. Quick's got to be getting a little winded here today.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball pretty well, other than one inning and one run this inning, and that's going to be right back to Quick. And with a good throw over the first, he'll get out of this one. And he only had a bad second inning and allowed the 1 run this inning. Not a bad job that time from the Seckman senior. So that'll be the end of the top of the 5th. We'll take it to the bottom half here on the Howell Ticket. Bottom of the 5th, we are here at Howell High School. It's going to be Hergert, the catcher, to lead off the home half of the 5th. Subert's still out there, though. We were talking about it in the break there, Michael. I'm kind of surprised to see maybe Subert's still out there, as that first pitch is going to be in the dirt.
Yeah, he gave up a couple in that last inning, but he still maintained control and, kept his composure because, like I said, it's really a mind game out there, especially whenever you're on the mound. A couple of mistakes get made out there. It's amazing how quick, the game can change. But he's keeping his composure and really maintaining control.
So 2-0 is the count now. Hergert, his 2 times up. He's walked both times. Takes a strike there. 2-1 goes the count. Now that's going to be hit in the air towards Maddox. Maddox coming in on it. Is able to get under it quickly for the first out of the inning. Kind of a bad placement for the sun for these 4 o'clock games. If you're looking up in the air, it's going to be right in your face for the fielders.
Definitely. I mean, I lose track of those foul balls sometimes just sitting behind here with that sun kind of glaring, you know. But it's what sunglasses for, and so far it's so good from the outfield for sure.
So it's going to be Myers, the cleanup hitter and right fielder for Seckman. Subert's had his number, striking him out, swinging both times. So that one's going to go foul.
This fence has definitely been our friend today. We've seen a lot of foul balls flying back at us. Doing my best not to flinch because I know there's a fence in front of me.
Yeah. Luckily, there's no camera watching us, you know, and making memes out of us when we're ducking and covering. 1-1 count it goes. Subert throws a ball there. One count. That's going to go foul as well, so 1-2 is the count. So Subert to deal the 1-2. And now being maybe low for a ball or inside. Not too sure where that one was located, but it's going to be a ball. Makes the count 2-2.
It looks like Subert was asking for the same question, and it looked like the ump gave him a sign of approval for too low.
The 2-2. Colombo can't hang on to it as that one's foul. So Myers making Subert work here. This is now Subert's 3rd time through the lineup. So the 2-2, Subert deals. That'll be hit in the air in the foul territory. And James will make the play for the second out of the inning. So the 4-hole hitter for Seckman just not having any luck here today. So that's going to bring up Lawson, the first baseman. Lawson's 2 times up. He's struck it out and flown out to Hetzel and right. So Subert deals. That'll be taken for a strike against Lawson. The 0-1 to Lawson now. That'll go foul.
Again, thankful for the fence today. Life flashed before my eyes a little bit. It just got with that little crease that we got in between there.
So the 0-2, now the Lawson. Subert is going to have it hit to short. Cutchin makes the play. Now go 1-2-3 goes the Seckman Jaguars. Subert makes quick work. That time in the home 5th. We'll go to the top of the 6th. You're listening to Viking Baseball here on the Howell. going to be Will Doherty to lead off the top of the 6th here. Doherty has fallen out to center field his both times up, so trying to get back into the hit column. First pitch to Doherty. That's going to be hit in the center field again, but once again, right to the center fielder. Doherty just not having any luck here today with that left fielder.
Yeah, it definitely hasn't been his friend, you know. He's well-struck baseballs today, too, and just kind of right where the spots where people are.
So now it's going to be Jackson Hetzel playing right field today. Hetzel's going to hit that one foul for the first strike of the at-bat. Still Trevor Quick out there here in the top of the 6th. So after a long weekend, maybe Seckman just doesn't have their arms numbers, or you just like of what Quick has shown.
Yeah, you know, I was doing a little research, you know, in between innings here, and it looked like they threw probably 6 or 7 pitchers just this weekend. So, you know, I'd imagine that they probably do have a lack of arms a long weekend. So, looks like they got someone in the bullpen, but we'll see whenever we see him.
That's going to be hit by Hetzel up the middle. Second baseman can't make the play. That's going to be a base hit for Jackson Hetzel. That's going to bring up Mario Colombo. Colombo has walked and been hit a single, so he's 2 for 2. But the last time he was on base, he was pitch ran for by Pipes, and Pipes was picked off. So man up first, that'll be a ball that time. With Hetzel on first and Colombo trying to move over Hetzel. And now be taken for a strike against Colombo. And that's going to be hit out of play in the foul territory into the Seckman bullpen for the second strike of the at-bat. So the 1-2 from Quick. It's going to be hit by Colombo in the left field. But the left fielder's there, makes the play. That's what we'll have to go back to first, and that'll be the second out of the inning.
Really had to go down low to get that one. That was a great way of getting the bat on that, unfortunately, right where the guy was.
So that'll bring up Caleb Miller playing second base today. Miller, he's reached on a double, and it's been about all the excitement for him this afternoon at the plate. Now go out of foul for the first strike of the at-bat.
Looks like that ball landed just in between 2 cars over there. Always a good sign when you don't hear too big of a thud over there.
So 0-1 is the count. 2 outs here at the H. Caleb Miller up to bat, trying to keep the line moving. Get a 2-out rally here maybe for the Vikings. Miller's going to take that one for a strike. A good breaking ball that time from Quick. Hetzel will have to go back to first since he gets in there quickly.
Quick's definitely thinking about Hetzel over there, you know. He stepped off just a second ago and went over there first that time, so definitely thinking about Hetzel.
The 0-2. That'll be taken for a ball from Miller. That's going to be hit by Miller into right field. And Hetzel's going to go from first to third. He's going to be rounding third, and he'll hold up at third. And Miller It's going to advance to second base on the throw, so good job that time by the sophomore, Caleb Miller. Get that base hit.
Yeah, right fielder probably should have hit a cutoff because, you know, Miller was holding up his run, but as soon as he saw he was going home with it, got to advance and went to 2.
So Caleb Miller gets on, and it's going to be a pitching change for Seckman. It's going to be a left-hander coming in for the Seckman Jaguars. Try to see who it is before we go to a break. It's going to be number 11, Dylan Carlton, here at the H. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Viking Baseball here on the Howell.
The score of any athletic event is generally forgotten over time, but the actions of players, coaches, and spectators leave lasting impressions. The next time you attend a high school game, think of how history will remember you. Choose good sportsmanship and help rekindle the spirit of citizenship. Remember, the lessons you teach today will help develop better citizens in our communities for tomorrow. This message has been brought to you by your friends at the Missouri State High School Activities Association and this local radio station.
So back here at the H, it's going to be the switch hitter Sissel going up against Dylan Carlton, the pitcher. So Sissel last time struck out looking. He'll take a strike here to start this at bat.
Sissel's looking up at the plate with runners in scoring position. It's never a bad sign.
So 0-1 is the count. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. He'll take that one high for a ball. The 1-1, that's going to be a beautiful breaking ball. Started on the outside half of the plate and then broke in for the second strike.
Showcasing his stuff early on here in this inning.
One pitch away from getting out of the second and third jam. And I'll be into foul territory for foul ball. Sissel fighting back there. 1-2 is the count. He'll hit that one out of play as well. Or no, that's in the right field, but it will be out of play. I thought he was going to curve more, but it was not curving more. It made it close.
Yeah, it was hugging that line a little bit, but just got outside there. It did look closer than what it appeared at first.
So 1-2 the count still for Sissel. 1-2 to Sissel. That'll be another breaking ball, but that'll be high for a ball.
His breaking ball has some drop to it, man. I mean, that one almost dropped into the strike zone there. The catcher was standing up.
Sissel hoping he can reach on base. Perkins hoping that Maddox can come back to the plate. The 2-2 with 2 outs. I'll be low for a ball. Good job by the catcher, Hergert, to make sure no runs came across there. Makes the count full, though, with 2 outs. So great job by Sissel. Fell behind kind of quick here in this one. Battled back. The 3-2. It's going to strike him out as that looked like it almost hit him, but Carlton just threw the heat and went right by Sissel. That's where we'll end, though, the top half of the 6th. You're listening to Viking Baseball here on the Howell Activities Network. Bottom of the 6th, Seckman trying to get some insurance runs. Only have 6 outs to get those 3 runs back.
Yeah, definitely looking to get on the board here, as you know, before this game gets too out of hand, you know.
So it's going to be Dylan Carlton now up to bat, batting for himself here in the bottom half, since he is now in the game pitching. Still Carson Suber out there with Aiden Rogers now catching. That'll be in for strike. Rogers only having 2 plate appearances coming into this game. We'll get some action now here late in this one. Rogers, the sophomore transfer from DeSmet High School. DeSmet, now that's going to be a base hit into center on Maddox. Maddox can't handle the ball, but able to recollect it, and it's going to be only a single that time for Dylan Carlton. We'll see how tight Perkins is going to be on Suber. So now it's going to bring up number 31 for Seckman. That'll be Gavin Johnson for Anderson. Super deals. I'll be low for a ball. Man on first, nobody out here for Seckman. It's Gavin Johnson out the plate. He'll swing through that one. He wanted that one, but considered a strike.
Likes him high and inside, I guess, because that one looked like it was going to be a ball coming in there.
So 1-1 is the count now for Suber against Johnson. Suber deals. Now it's going to be in the same spot. Johnson didn't want it that time. That'll be a ball.
Fool me once, all right?
So the 2-1, that's going to be hit in the center field. Back goes Max, right up pretty much against that center field wall, but he'll make the catch, and that'll be the first out of the inning. Good hard hit ball that time from Johnson, though.
Maddox doing a good job tracking down those balls, hit hard into the outfield, though, so.
I'll bring up number 22, Scott, the shortstop. Subert deals. He'll give the strike that time to Scott. It's Tyson Gonzalez, the pitch runner. He has a big lead there on first. Scott calls time, and it's granted. That's going to be hit to McCutcheon at second. Or at short. It's hit over the Miller. Miller over the first to James. It's a double play for the Vikings.
An old 6-4-3 action there. That's just how you draw it up.
So the double play that time, 6-4-3. So 1-2-3 go. The Seckman Jaguars will take it to the top half of the 7th. You're listening to Viking Baseball here on the
Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved. Because high school activities are about learning life values, your friends at this local radio station and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help rekindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson, and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
So back here at the H top 7 we go. It's going to be Sam Maddox leading off. Reached on a walk. He's doubled. And he's struck it out looking. So he's up for his 4th time here today. With Dylan Carlton still in there, the hard throwing southpaw. Something about left-handers is just something fun to watch. As he throws that one in there for a strike.
Definitely, you know, a lefty that has the control that he's had so far. That's definitely fun to watch for sure.
That's going to be hit towards short. That's going to be Scott trying to make the play. Max with the speed, able to get there quickly.
Yeah, we mentioned those wheels earlier, and definitely helps when you're either trying to get a run across or beat out an infield single like that. He was showing the burners on that one.
Now that's going to bring up Carson Subert. Maddox on first. Nobody out. Subert shows bunt. It's going to get down. Subert, he's going to lay down a beautiful bunt. The pitcher can't handle it. I'll make it first and second. Nobody out. Great job that time by Subert.
Yeah, Vikings definitely. You can tell they practice that bunt, man. You know, it's an art that's kind of faded away in the sport, but they're executing it perfectly. You know, it's that small ball baseball, and always an opportunity to make a mistake, especially if you have wheels. You can beat it out as well.
So first and second, nobody out now here against the hard throwing Carlton. Up is Jake McCutcheon, the shortstop for the Vikings. McCutcheon, he's going to show bunt as well. He's going to lay it down as well. McCutcheon, he's going to go to first. That time it will be handled. And he'll be out, but he'll move over the runners to second and third with only one away.
Definitely went out there and did your job there. You know, advance the runners with the hard hitting Matt James here.
So Matt James now up to the plate. He's had some kind of unlucky gets for him here this afternoon, but he's hit the ball hard each time. He's going to hit that one in the second, in the right center, excuse me. One run will score. That's Maddox, and here comes Sumert. He'll score as well. It's 7-2 in favor of the Vikings.
Just like that, you see how effective that bunt was. You know, you move them into a scoring position, and you got two quick guys on the bases. It doesn't take much to get them home. As you see, just a nice little loop single right in between that right center field.
So 6-2 is the score here in the top of the seventh. Scoreboard shows 6-2, but it should be 7-2 as Doherty takes the first strike there. Doherty, he's had some unlucky luck. He's hit the ball hard 3 different times, but it's all been straight to the center fielder. So it's James on first, 1 out. Doherty, he's going to connect with that one, though, to short. He'll just go to 1, and Doherty moves over the runner. And for some reason, you would think Scott would have maybe tried to go to 2 and then try to get Doherty, as Doherty's definitely not a quick runner on this team, but he only goes to first for Doherty.
Yeah, you know, you would think that it was only a couple steps away there. Could have walked over to it as you were making the throw, but must not have liked the position he was going to be coming in at.
So here's Jackson Hetzel now with 2 outs. That'll be a beautiful breaking ball catch in that corner of the plate on the outside. Hetzel will fall behind 0-1. Now be on the outside part of the plate as well, and that's going to be strike 2 against Hetzel. Vikings don't play again until the 29th against Sykeston for 2 p.m. first pitch time, and then they'll play DeSmet the next day at 4:15. 0-2 is the count, 2 strikes here against Hetzel. Hetzel will watch that one go by, and I'll just not catch any part of the plate, and it'll be 1-2.
Definitely looking to go into their little break here on a high note, as looking in good shape right now.
And don't play till next Monday. It's a decent Sykeston team. That's going to be hit by Hetzel into the left field. Going around corner is Matt James. Matt James, he'll have to play at the plate. He'll be in safely. Hetzel will move over to second on the throw, so he trades places with Matt James. And it's now 8-2 in favor of the Vikings. Vikings opening it up here in the top of the seventh. Good job by Hetzel. So that's going to bring up Caleb Miller. Or excuse me, Aiden Rogers. Rogers came in the bottom half of the 6th to catch for Colombo, and now he's getting his it's only his 3rd AB on the year. The DeSmet transfer. I'll be taking 4 ball. So Vikings have had some quiet innings here. They went 1-2-3 twice, but Now they have had a couple big innings that have led to those 8 runs. Already 3 across this inning. Rogers trying to make it 4 with Hetzel at second. Rogers going to take that one high. Makes the count 2-1. That'll be high for ball 3.
Doing a good job working the count here, you know. Looking at 3-1 count, so you should be seeing a pretty decent pitch here.
The 3-1. Now will be taken for a ball as well, so Aiden Rogers draws the walk. So it's going to be first and second with 2 outs for Caleb Miller. Miller's had a double and he's hit a single here today, so he's 2 for 3.
Looks like they'll bring it in. Pipes for Rogers on a pinch runner here.
Yeah, Rogers already been Pipes has already picked off once today, but the courtesy runner for Rogers as he's the catcher. That'll be taken for a strike against Miller. So Carlton did quick work in the top half of the 6th, kind of in some trouble here in the top half of the 7th, as that's strike 2 against Miller as he fouled that one off.
You know, it kind of goes back to that double play opportunity where, you know, made the questionable decision on going to first there, but kind of want to get the lead runner there as well.
So the 0-2 count to Miller. 8-2 is the score, top 7. That'll be not taken for a strike. It looked like a good pitch from Carlton from behind here, but it's taken for a ball.
You know, catcher's got to do a better job framing that. You know, once you get it into your glove, you can do a little bit better job selling it.
1-2 is the count for Miller. Now come inside, almost hits his feet. Makes the count 2-2 even.
Had to have quick feet on that one. As like you said, it almost grazed his shoelaces there.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in top half of the 7th. Miller, he's going to hit that one to third, and the third baseman will just step on the bag for the final out of the inning. Vikings pick up 3 more, and they'll go into the bottom half and the final half of this one. Up 6. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Viking Baseball here on the Howell back here at the H. Bottom 7 we go. Up 6 are the Vikings. Carson Subert still out there trying to get that first complete game under his belt here this season. Kind of wonder if the game was a little closer, if Perkins would have taken him out, but up 6, he's leaving it his senior in there.
Looking to close out an excellent performance today.
That's going to be hit foul for the first strike of the at-bat. Number 8, Kitchen. Kitchen had that single he reached on the air by McCutcheon, and he later scored one of the 2 runs for Seckman. So the 0-1 to Kitchen now will be outside for ball. So Super did allow the first guy to get on, but then he grounded Scott into the 6-4-3 double play. Now will be a ball as well, makes count 2-1. So the 2-1 from Subert. That'll be hit in the left field. Coming in is Sissel. He's got the speed. He's got it for the first out of the inning.
Good job checking that. Really had to come in for that.
So that'll be the first out of the inning. They'll take it back to the top half to Kuhn. He's only reached on the single in his 3rd trip, but he's flown out to center and struck out looking. So Subert deals. I'll be taken for the strike on the outside part of the plate. Subert deals again. That'll be struck 2 on the left fielder for Seckman. So Seckman had a good showing to get into this game, but has kind of struggled here with their bats against the ace Subert. Subert, that one's going to go foul, and resets is going to have to be Subert.
Subert ahead in the count here, really showing some good stuff late on. You know, he's had a not too big of a workload today, just has gone throughout the whole day with fairly easy innings.
Subert, the deals the 0-2, and a beautiful breaking ball is going to strike out the second batter of the inning. Now, 1 out away from the complete game, and here comes out Coach Perkins, and see what Coach Perkins has in mind here.
How about that movement on that pitch coming in there? Close out your second one. That's some great movement there. You're gonna have anybody's going to have a tough time getting to that one.
Perkins checks on Subert. Subert says, I'm good. He'll have one more batter here today, and that's going to be Fegan. Fegan has grounded out to short. He's hit a double and a single. So this is the man to get out if you're Subert. That was Subert's 8th strikeout on the day. And that's going to hit Fegan, and then hit his elbow guard.
I thought that was something else there. That was a scary pitch. Heck, I'd imagine that that shattered that elbow guard. Fortunately enough, it was just an elbow guard, and that can be replaced. A little bit higher, that would have been a dangerous pitch there.
Yeah, that was a 86-mile-an-hour pitch, and from our angle, we couldn't really see the location of it, but how the batter reacted, definitely thought it was a little higher. So thankfully, even though he was a hit batter, it was hit on his elbow guard. Subert goes right back to work, throwing a strike that time against Herger.
Yeah, I guess anywhere with an 86-mile-an-hour pitch probably isn't the best feeling, but fortunately enough, it wasn't any higher.
So the 0-1, that's going to be hit now past James. It just slides right past Matt James, and center fielder looks to be Number 20, Jackson Elder, able to get that one in quickly. So it's going to be first and second with 2 away. Subert trying to finish this one out, only has 1 more out. That's going to bring up Myers. He's had Myers' number all day long. Cleanup hitter for Seckman. That's going to be hit foul, out of the play.
You know, a big at bat here from big number 40 that could really make some things interesting here in this game.
Yeah, base hit probably scores 1. Myers down in the count 0-1. There's that breaking ball. That's in there for a strike. Froze Myers right up. So Subert 1 strike away from the complete game.
Definitely feeling that breaking ball. I mean, we saw the second put out of the inning, and that was the nasty stuff there.
So here's the 0-2 coming from Carson. He deals. Now it's going to be in the dirt for a ball. Good job by Hayden Rogers to block that one. So the 1-2 from Subert trying to finish his complete game. That's going to be hit towards McCutcheon. McCutcheon dives for it. It's off his glove. That's at least 1 run from second. Fegan, he'll score. And Doherty, he's going to try to tag the runner. He'll be safe. And that'll be at least 1, makes the score 8-3.
Just missed him on that tag. That would have been a great play, great effort, and like I said, just missed him there.
So they'll make it 8-4, or 8-3, excuse me. The runner's on first and third. So Subert's still in there though. As Myers reaches on the single. Oh, that's going to be hit out of play, foul. It's Lawson, the first baseman. Subert definitely working for this complete game right now, definitely earning it. Subert deals. That's going to be a breaking ball. It's hit to McCutcheon. McCutcheon has a play at second. He'll throw it over the Miller, and that's it for Carson Subert. What a performance from the Viking senior. And now we'll do it here at the H. Vikings win this one 8-3 here. A part of the Troy tournament. They'll win the second place winners bracket for the Vikings. And decent performance top to bottom. Never felt like the Vikings were in any trouble in this one.
No, you know, I mean, it got to a 4-2 score there, kind of in the second or third, and kind of got a little shaky there, but Subert did a great job collecting himself, and just an all-around great performance from Subert today. You know, a complete game. Anytime you can get your pitcher to go the distance, that's something to be proud of, and I think Subert will remember this one for a while. You know, pitched a great game for sure.
100%. So that'll do it here at the H. We'll be back Monday as the Vikings take on Sykeston for 2 p.m. first pitch. For my partner, Michael Harvey, I'm Will Crawford. Thanks, everyone, again for tuning in to the Howell Activities Network. We'll see you